Hello everyone, Randy here again. We're playing Farming Simulator 15 on Oklahoma. And since last episode, I've been a bit busy. We finished obviously baling up the field there, field number 3. We got all the bales in. We got, I'm not even sure actually how many bales. Let's see what the balers say. 249 bales. At least that's what the baler claims we got anyway. So anyway, off screen, I also went ahead and bought a mower. We got the John Deere 956, yes, 956 Moco. I figured this would be a good American-style mower. I was obviously thinking about renting like the Krone Big M or something, but at least where I'm from, don't typically see equipment like that. This is the most common piece of machinery you'd see mowing grass, at least in my area, or a self-propelled windrower. So either a pull-behind mower like this, or one of the self-propelled windrowers, which I don't think I have any modded self-propelled windrowers, and I don't know that I've actually ever seen any either. Obviously, you know, Krone Big M there. Yes, I don't have any self-propelled ones. So I opted for the pull-behind here. Like I said, the John Deere Moco. This is the used one. Functions identical to the new one, just a little bit faded paint on it. In some ways, almost looks a little better than the new one, maybe. The new one looks a little too polished. But anyway, we finished mowing up a field of grass here by the cows. Not the field in the pasture there, but field next to it here. Seemed like it'd be a pretty good piece to mow. Let me just actually hop back over this tractor so I don't have to walk. We got the John Deere 8370 and the Massey Ferguson baler that we rented set up here. Now, unfortunately, I cannot just pick up this grass. I am going to have to windrow it. I was hoping to have to avoid that, but actually, you know what? I'll just show you folks. Rather than trying to explain what happens here, I'll show you folks. Hopefully the game doesn't crash when I do this. I don't think it will. If you do enough of it, it will, by the way. And I don't know if this is a problem I'm having, or if... Oh, I need to unfold it yet. If this is a problem I'm having, or everybody has this issue, but when I go to pick up grass that has not been windrowed... So we got it on at the moment. And you notice how it's just like lagging every time it picks up. Yeah, so that's the problem, folks. It just lags really bad. I'll shut that back off. Like I said, and if you do enough of it, it will cause the game to crash too. At least it will cause my game to crash at some point. Oh, we'll just shut that back off for the moment. So yes, like I said, unfortunately, we are going to have to windrow this. I was hoping to avoid that for two reasons. One, I want to make some silage bales out of this. And for silage bales, you really shouldn't have to windrow your grass. Now, you might have to let it dry a little bit, but not in the same way Farming Sim is thinking about it, or the same way Farming Sim has it set up. So, yes, like I said, we better get working. Also, I bought this John Deere 4955. I know there was at least one person like, can you please get a 4955? So, went looking, found this, whoa, just about to get run over there. We found this John Deere 4955. Not too bad of a looking mod. Not sure what's quite up with these like panels or something over the engine compartment there, but they look a little bit funny on there. On that, the rest of the tractor doesn't look too bad. Again, a more American-style tractor with the narrower tires. It does have duals if you turn them on. Let's see what's here. M? Oh, let's switch to the tractor here. No, those are definitely not duals. It has these too, which I've never quite seen a tractor like this before with tanks on it like that. The tanks I've seen before, typically they mount like in here somewhere, not like out on the axles, but it does look a bit odd, at least to me anyway, having the tanks mounted way out there. So anyway, like I said, it does have duals. I'll just shut all that back off. I don't really need that for windrowing and tedding. Also got the hired workers out. Let's see, what field is this? I am on field 4, harvesting rye. And we're going to hop over the truck here a moment. Stop you and get you out of the way. Went ahead and sold all the soybeans there we harvested. So we are now currently out of soybeans. Did not get a whole lot of money for those, unfortunately. That was like, yeah, we got basically nothing out of those. But of course, I have bought a few pieces of equipment as well, so that does make a little bit of a difference, but still. Okay, let's auto with that. We definitely don't think we need an offset, I don't think. Looks like we need to be over just a little bit. Looks like that'll do pretty good. And I'm going to do my best here to head as much of this grass as possible, because any bit of grass that's left behind, like you folks hopefully saw there, it will cause the game to lag really badly. And yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. I know I've picked up just grass before with a baler and never had an issue. I don't know if it's like a game update or if we got a mod causing issues somewhere, but yeah, unfortunately, I do have to windrow it. I know the last time I did this, someone was like, hey, you know you don't have to windrow your grass, right? Aware of that. Unfortunately, I have to for some reason, because otherwise it'll really create a lot of lag for me. And it is screen lag, by the way. If I were to bring up the FPS number there. So as you can see right at the moment, we got a nice solid 60. Definitely the number I like to see there is a nice solid 60. It drops down. Let's actually back that up, because like I said, I want to try not to miss any if possible. Any bit we miss will cause a problem. Fortunately, it's going to get on the road there too. Oh well. But yes, it is caused by screen lag. If you start baling this grass, it'll drop the screen or the frame rate way down to like 5 frames or something like that. It's just ridiculous. So it's definitely something wrong there. Unfortunately, I don't know what. And at least at the moment, the easy way to get around that is just to tend the grass. That does fix the problem. We had the same issue on Sosnovka as well, for those of you who may recall. We were using the Krone baler there. Had the same issue. I suspected it might just have been the baler. But apparently I'm thinking it's more than just the baler, because this baler does it as well. I guess it's possible this baler is based on the same model. That's definitely possible, and it does the same thing. I don't know, but it is definitely a bit annoying. Speaking of basing mods off the same model, this John Deere 4955 here, definitely a little over horsepower, at least what's listed in the shop. The shop lists this tractor as having a whopping total of 370 horsepower. Now, I didn't take the time to look up how much horsepower this tractor actually has. I'm just making a guess here, folks. It's probably somewhere in the 190 horsepower area. That'd be my guess anyway. Probably somewhere between 170 to 210 horsepower would be my guess. So, like I said, I'm just guessing like 190 horsepower. I did not actually take the time to look up how much horsepower this tractor actually has, but it definitely does not have 370 horsepower. Of that, I'm sure. And probably the reason it has 370 horsepower, if we bring up vehicle group switcher, oh, actually, you know what? It shows it up in the glance mod, too, if you folks look at the glance mod there. But vehicle group switcher, yes, we're driving a John Deere 8370R. So, yeah, this is definitely not a John Deere 8370R. I'm guessing the mod author based this tractor off of that model. Not sure if it's the exact same John Deere 8370R we have over there or not. I know there are a couple other 8370R tractors out there as far as mods go, but it is definitely based off of a 8370R model, apparently. So it probably has all the same scripts and stuff as whatnot as a different John Deere 8370R. Like I said, I don't know if it's the same one we have that's, sitting over here, or if it's a different one. Because I know, at least for myself, I think I have one more 8370R in the game as well. Not quite as nice as that one. I do like the one we currently have the most. More an American style tractor there. And at least in my opinion, fits this map a little better too. Just using the in-game tedder here, by the way. I was kind of looking at the modded tedders before I started recording. I've really only got 2 of them, like a really small one, and then I got the Crone tedder. And I know at least on Sosnovka, that tedder had a tendency to miss a little bit every now and then. So I figured we'll just play it safe. We'll go with the in-game tedder here. Hopefully that'll work, and looks like it's doing a good job so far. Plus this one's a little bit bigger than the Crone tedder too, so seeing as how I have to tether this, I might as well get the biggest one I can. Oh, I think we got that all tedded, hopefully. I'm sure we'll know it if we miss a bit here. We'll definitely get a little bit of a lag spike there if we hit a bit of grass. Okay, so axial flow is in traffic. Oh, great. So yes, like I said, we're harvesting rye over there on field 4. And boy, is that truck having a hard time keeping up with the rye harvest over there. Apparently, rye is a high-yielding crop. So yeah, that truck is feverishly running back and forth between both combines. Get a little more of a headland here. A little more room to turn around. Don't particularly like that grass being on the road like that, but not sure what I can do about that, unfortunately. The moco there, when you raise it up, even though it's raised up, it keeps on mowing, so that's kind of what's going on with the grass being so close to the road there like that. Even though I had it raised up, it just kept on mowing. A little bit unfortunate, but oh well. Kind of like the planter we have. The planter there will keep on planting. The Great Plains seed drill will keep on planting even though we have it raised up as well. Oh, and I missed just a bit there. Oh, shoot. Oh, worked over quite far enough. Oh, well. I'll have to try to remember to come back and hit that little bit. Otherwise, like I said, folks, we'll regret it. Or I'll regret it. And we also have both fields 2 and 3 that need to be replanted yet as well. Haven't got that quite done yet. And like I was mentioning as well, obviously want to get a mixing station set up. There is a mixing station down by the livestock cows and all the rest of the livestock that's up by the livestock farm there. There is a mixing station there. I think we'll probably put a placeable mixing station down by the cows here as well. Just so we have mixed rations down here as well. I don't have to sit here transporting back and forth. You know, it wouldn't be the worst transport. It's not that far away, but I'm thinking just for convenience, we'll definitely be putting a mixing station down here somewhere as well. Try to figure out what trough it is, and we'll probably plop it right over that trough. Then we don't have to worry about transporting any mixed rations at all. Also, folks, I do have a high-speed video of me mowing this field. Hopefully, I'll get that up the same time as this video. Or actually, maybe it'll go live before this video because it'll be a little bit shorter one. Upload a little bit quicker. But I did, or will be making a high-speed video of mowing this field with the Moco, hopefully. And like I said, that should hopefully be going live before this video. and you folks can actually watch me mow this field. It did take a while. I'm going to guess probably 45 minutes or so to actually mow this field with the Moco. And I know at first it didn't look like that big of a field, but once I started mowing, it's like, wow, this is actually a fairly good-sized... I don't quite want to call this a field because the map doesn't actually consider this a field here, but we'll call it a field. So yeah, like I said, this is a fairly good-sized area here. Definitely a bit of land. Got quite a bit of grass. I think we'll get quite a bit of grass off this, or bales off of this. So I did consider actually maybe just picking this up with like one of the 4-H wagons, but decided that did not seem quite appropriate, seeing as how bales seem to be a little more common, at least where I live anyway. You don't see a whole lot of 4-H wagons. At least not 4-H wagons that pick up grass anyway. I do see 4-H wagons for like chopping and stuff like that, but not actual 4-H wagons that go around picking up grass, straw, anything like that. Again, a little bit difference there between the more European-style based farming versus the American-style based farming. At least where I live, anyway. Don't see a whole lot of silage operations going on. There is a bit, like I said, but not a whole lot. And at least most of the corn where I live is harvested for the corn, not for being chopped up and making silage out of it. Now it's going to take us quite a while just to ted this, isn't it? I was hoping to be able to ted this, rake it, and maybe make a few bales this episode, but that doesn't look like that's going to happen. Like I said, this area is kind of deceptively large. Also, I did go looking for rakes, so hopefully we have a new rake we can try here. Again, went looking for a more American-style rake, at least the type that I would see in my area anyway. The windrowers that are included in the game here, not something I typically see in my area. I have seen one or two of them, but very uncommon. The style rakes you typically see where I live are the more, I think you consider them wheel rakes. Anyway, folks, we'll see if we can read a few comments here, seeing as how we're just going up and down the field at the moment. Francis was asking, why not just buy a sprayer now, since you have the money? I can do that. Like I said, I'm actually trying to save that money for putting towards field 6 there, so we could buy field 6. So if I spend it on a sprayer, I'm obviously not going to have the money I've saved up so far for field 6. And at least once I probably sell the crops I have in storage, I'm probably actually not too far away from buying field 6. I just need to wait for the prices to go back up a little bit, seeing as how we kind of sort of killed them here the first time I sold the wheat. Still have a small half of the wheat left yet from field 6, so hopefully we can get another $500,000 or so out of it. Wyatt Farm Boy was saying, love the videos. I watch them while plowing. Keep up the great work. Uh, Damien was saying, love it. Bacon was asking, hey, is the map worth a download? I played Pleasant Valley version 2 for a while, and was wondering if Pleasant Valley Rivers is any better. So yes, for those of you who played Pleasant Valley, and if you like that type of map anyway, I would definitely suggest you check out Pleasant Valley Rivers. I would say it's definitely worth a download. Very similar feeling to Pleasant Valley, but I would say a lot more going on. Plus it has the newer menu system, which I would say probably makes it a little bit easier. So yes, like I said, for you folks that liked Pleasant Valley, definitely check out Pleasant Valley Rivers. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Gaming nor YT was saying, don't drive in the crops, and can you please be more realistic? I don't think I can be more realistic. Like I said, folks, I like to play as realistically as reasonably possible, given the limitations of the game. I know that's a bit of a mouthful, but that's what how I like to say it anyway. I like to play as realistically as possible given the limitations of the game. Or as reasonably possible anyway, given the limitations of the game. So, you know, obviously the AI workers aren't smart. They're, to put it nicely, dumb. Actually, saying they're dumb is actually being quite nice to some of the hired workers, I would say. But anyway. Tiffany was saying the cat trailer can also be used to load sheep pallets. Yes, it can. Don't know how many of those it holds, but probably quite a few. Actually, I think if you switch through it, it actually will probably say how many it holds. Okay, folks, we're getting there. Almost, what, 3 more rows here? James was saying the Keynes 1300 isn't the... or Kinsey 1300 isn't the largest grain overloader mod available for FS15. The Brent Avalanche holds 1,500 bushels, 52,800 liters. That's no small number. Also, for either overloaders, something like a T9 700 would be needed. And get the weight here, folks. Listen to this. The weight of the loaded grain cart alone would be over 100,000 pounds. 33,000 pounds for the overloader per the manufacturer, and 70,000 plus pounds for the grain in the cart. So yes, wow, that is definitely heavy. I don't know if I might actually have the Brent. I'll have to double check. I know I've seen it before. So yes, there's the Kinsey I was talking about. It doesn't look like I actually have the Brent overloader at the moment, but I do know which one that is there. Andrew was asking, one of the tractors you thinking about going to be Big Bud? Yes, it is. For those of you who have not seen that in my mods there. Uh-oh, we got a combine in traffic. I just noticed that. Hopefully at some point here, we actually, again, we do have the money for it, I think. We got a Big Bud 320. Definitely want to check that tractor out. A nice looking Big Bud for a change, I would say. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, it's not that one. Okay. Oh, I see why. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. I'm not sure how this combine managed to catch up with the other one there. This combine was about, I would say, 3 to 4 rows behind the other combine. So it apparently did some serious catching up there. Okay, why did that not lift up? There we go. James was saying the Big Bud is a one-of-a-kind tractor and is in a museum. Having a Big Bud mod isn't realistic. Actually, technically, no. Yes, the Big Bud 747 is in a museum. That's a 900 horsepower tractor. I think that was a 16 cylinders, if I remember correctly. Massive, massive tractor there. The biggest Bud that was built. I don't know if it's the biggest tractor anymore. I know it was for a while, but I'm not sure if it is anymore or not. There are actually other Big Buds out there. There are a whole bunch of different sizes. 320 being one of them. I think there's like a 400, 500, 550. I'd like to say even a 700 or something like that. There's a whole bunch of Big Bud series tractors. I don't know how common they are. I can't say I've ever seen one in real life. But there is a whole bunch of different series of Big Bud tractors. Yes, Dave was saying there's an enormous mixed feeder at the livestock farm. Yes, it is at the livestock farm. Unfortunately, there isn't one here at the main farm area, I guess you could call it. So, like I mentioned, we'll probably put a placeable down. Okay, and let's just go quick hit that little bit over here. Otherwise, we'll probably regret it when we start baling. And in case you folks can't tell, I didn't use the GPS mod here for doing the headlands. So that's why the headlands are just a bit off. For the rest of the field, though, I did use the GPS mod to go up and down it. Okay, let's shut that off, fold that up, and we'll go buy that wheel rake I was talking about. Okay, and to the shop we go. And I'm assuming this will be under tethers. I did not get a chance to try this wheel rake out, so hopefully it works okay. And we're just going to reset it here again just to save time. Although I still do have to drive all the way across the farmyard here to pick that up. Interior of this tractor is definitely a little lacking. Doesn't look as nice as, say, the John Deere 4440 or something like that. You can tell it looks like the mod author just took some pictures of a dash again. But unfortunately, he did not do as nice of a job integrating them into the model. Definitely don't look as nice as, like I said, the John Deere 4440. Looks like a 12 wheel rake. little bit bigger one probably would have been nice, but oh well. Like I said, I thought this would be a little more American-style rake, or at least a little more commonly what I would see in my area. Don't typically see the windrowers like are what in the game here. Don't see those style very often. Like I said, I have seen them. There actually is a farmer that actually does have one. I think it's actually just a single. Yeah, I think I have a modded one. Let's just check here. Windrowers. Yeah, I think that we have a farmer somewhere in the area that actually has one of like this. Just a single windrower. Well, I can probably guess we're going to have to shrink this down a bit. 8.4 meters, that's not too bad. We need to move over just a little bit more here yet, though. Oh, it's not going to work. How nice. Actually, do I have to turn it on? It'd be pretty bad if you have to turn it on, because you technically should put it down and turn it on. Okay, yeah, you got to turn it on, but it doesn't do a particularly good job, does it? So let's see, full lift. I don't know if there's any other options. So, okay, it does have to be turned on. That's interesting. One thing that probably makes these rakes a little more popular, maybe, is the fact there's not a whole lot of moving parts on it. You pretty much just got the wheel there that goes around, and that's it. Give it one more try here, see if this works a little better. It's like it's skipping at times. This was supposed to be the fixed version, too, by the way, I'll note. Oh, that's working pretty good. Yeah, like I was saying, one of the advantages of this style of rake, not a whole lot of moving parts other than the wheels. The other style windrowers there, obviously you got PTO and all the shafts and gearboxes and whatnot that are associated with it. Well, as long as it keeps working like this, I'm okay with it. Yeah, that did a nice windrow. Wonder if it's speed related. Not sure what's causing that issue. Let's slow down just a minute here because I didn't notice it's picking up speed at times. Well, folks, looks like I might just have to go buy an in-game windrower yet because that's definitely not going to be a lot of fun trying to pick this up with a baler that, yeah. Double check, make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. A lot of these options are for the tractor, all the twin wheels and warning signs and whatnot. So we got fold, lift. It is lowered, right? Yeah, it is definitely lowered. And it is on, I guess. Like I say, kind of funny you have to turn it on. Just slow it way down, see if it is a speed issue. It doesn't look like it. Well, okay, now here it seems to be doing okay. Oh, I did miss a little bit there. Okay, so does it like to only go one way on the field or something? That's kind of weird. Almost looks that way. Well, folks, with that, I think we better wrap up the episode here. I think we're going to have to write this rake off. Definitely not doing a very good job, unfortunately. Like I said, I wanted to test this before I used it, but didn't get a chance to do so. So, yeah, definitely not doing the greatest job. And interestingly, it does seem to be working in the one direction mostly. We'll maybe just have to buy one of the in-game windrowers there. So anyway, folks, like I said, we'll wrap it up here. If folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.